As the hole was punched in my door, I heard the words, "You're emotionally unstable." Then there's now, when I often hear the words, "I love how you express yourself." I've been so busy seeking God's face, I haven't paused to see all He's removed me from. To think there was a time I was headed for destruction, and now I'm safe. There was a time when deceit was a habit I'd exercise, a time when my beauty only meant hair and the exposing of my skin, and a time where money was my idol to stability that I held closely. Online gratification was like dessert to my soul. A full soul loves honey, but to one who is hungry, everything bitter is sweet. And that's in Proverbs 27:7. I've also learned a few lessons along the way. There's been so much change that I forgot to grieve the version of me who was dying. And that day I cut my hair, I knew I was becoming someone else and saying goodbye to who I knew. But then there's now. Now I'm surrounded by new faces. Love has a brand new meaning. A future is now a thought. He saved me. And when I think about it, I kind of remember her. Desperate in all the wrong places. She still liked to laugh. She still was creative. But she used those outlets to express the darkness that was in her. She didn't know what light was. But it took pain to seek His glory, and that I would never change. As I grow, I often forget the former things. If I'm honest, my name doesn't even sound the same. But here I am as someone brand new. So many people removed, and it's all the ones I used to choose. And that wasn't a situation of it's me versus you. When it's the will of my Father, that is what I'll always do. And He showed me mercy when my face was turned away, my ears shut, not listening to a word He say. Naive and stubborn, allowing other voices to pave my way. Yeah, that was her. And every day I still notice the door. The door is the same, but the hole is patched. I'm in the same body, but my heart is new. And I won't miss her. But this is goodbye. This is goodbye to everything that she thought she knew, putting to rest all the ways of love that she thought were true. Every lie from the enemy about her self-image too. Her past doesn't belong to me anymore. So I lay down all that she was, and I'm walking away with discovering all that I am. I have to grieve the old me to make room for the woman I was always meant to be. Goodbye, love. And hello to who I am today. Yeah, so that is what the Lord has shown me this week, y'all. That's what the Lord has shown me this week, and honestly, I'm so grateful for it. I didn't even realize after all this time that with me focused on Jesus, everything that has been changing in my life since, I haven't even stopped and paused to look back and say, yo, wait a minute, like everything looks different. Even living in my apartment looks different. Just everything is different now. And it's not that I've forced myself to change them. It's just, that's what happens when you go to Jesus. He just makes you new. He changes everything. Your whole outlook, even just me knowing that I have a future now. And I know that might sound like, that might not be a big thing to some people, but like, I never thought about my future like that. Like, I never gave thought to what type of house I want. I never just entertained those things. I didn't think of those things. And to be honest, I didn't even believe that it was possible for me to be loved by a man. I didn't think any of those things. I just didn't think that, I didn't even think it was possible for me to have a best friend. And I do, because of God. Because He knew what I needed at the right time, and, you know, can't do anything but say thank you. So yeah, I wanted to read a scripture to y'all. I wanted to read Ephesians 4:17. Okay, it says, "Now this I say and testify in the Lord, that you must no longer walk as the Gentiles do, in the futility of their minds. They are darkened in their understanding, alienated from the life of God, because of the ignorance that is in them, due to their hardness of heart. They have become callous and have given themselves up to sensuality, greedy to practice every kind of impurity. But that is not the way that you learn Christ, assuming that you have heard about Him and were taught in Him as the truth is in Jesus, to put off your old self, which belongs to your former manner of life, and is corrupt through deceitful desires, and to be renewed in the spirit of your minds, and to put on the new self, created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness." And then Hebrews 12:1 in the New Living Translation. It says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. And let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. And with that being said, like, everyone can't come with you to where God is taking you. Abraham had to separate from Lot in Genesis. And it's no strife. It's no one's better than someone else because of that. It's no resentment. It's the calling. And when you are walking from a life of doing your own will to doing God's will, the things that you chose 9 times out of 10 are probably what's not best for you. And they're going to have to be let go of. You're going to have to get rid of your old self and put on your new self and step into the righteousness that God has called you to do and to be. Yeah, so that's what it is. And that's what I learned. I just can't believe how much things have changed. I can't believe that I'm more courageous now, more bold. I'm facing all my fears, y'all. I can't believe I got this tooth ripped out of my mouth. That is crazy. The whale corpse, that is insane. Like I'm crossing things off one by one that I've never even thought I could do. But you know, when Christ is with you and you are believing him and trusting him, you'll be surprised. So yeah, that is today's video. I hope y'all liked it. If you can relate, trust we're all in this together, but that is something that I didn't even think about with walking with Christ. I didn't even give that thought. That everything that once was can no longer be. So yeah. Bye y'all. Love you.